Foodtopia. I'm part of the Europäische Kulturtage here in Karlsruhe, the European Cultural Days. Every day between 11 and 12, someone will be cooking. You can pre-order your food online and bring along a container and pick up some food after 12 o'clock. Today I'm Christy, and today I'm making dal or red lentil curry with brown basmati rice and a coriander pesto. So, thank you for the beautiful piano, Chris. Yeah, possible I might switch to German sometimes, but I'll be doing this over English. So I'm just going to warm up the pan to start, and while that's heating up, I'll show you what we have here. We're going to start first by putting some oil in the pan and cooking the onions. Then we've got some grated ginger and turmeric and garlic. So this is what turmeric looks like when it's fresh. You can always use dried turmeric, but I like to use fresh when it's available. Okay. Put some oil in there. Actually, before I do the onions, I've got here some spices. When I make curry, rather than just using curry powder, which I have as well, I like to use some whole spices. Here I've got some Kreuzkümmel, so that's cumin, coriander seeds, and some yellow mustard seeds. And so I'm going to put them in first and heat that up. Hinten? Yeah, okay. Wenn nicht, auch okay. Yep. Okay, so now the mustard seeds are starting to pop. And before it starts to burn, they're going crazy, I'm going to put the onion in. We're going to saute that. You don't want it too hot. So we're going to get this cooking first, and then we can move on to the pesto. This will take about 25 minutes. Or red lentils. They're very easy to cook. They're one of the quickest cooking lentils. I love using them during the week because it's just such a quick meal to make. And you can make this as simple or as complex as you like. So you can use less spices, more spices. You can add more vegetables if you like, seasonal vegetables, and then just have the dal or the red lentils as the base. Yellow lentils are also quick cooking lentils. And other lentils, probably like brown, best to pre-soak them if you want to use those, which you can as well. So that looks good. A few more minutes maybe. So I'm a really big fan of sweet potato, so I'm putting sweet potato in today. It's actually coming into season now in Germany. Which is also why I chose it. I think sweet potatoes is relatively new in Germany, Well, I know that 20 years ago when I first came to Germany, I had to search high and low for sweet potato. And now you can buy it from the local market, in the supermarket, and that's very exciting, and it's even growing in Germany. So, yeah, it's coming into season now in Germany, as well as coriander. I found some growing on a field recently, wildly with the wild herbs, and I was very excited. So I picked that and made a pesto at home with it. Okay, so now I'm going to put in the garlic, ginger and turmeric. So just until that comes a little bit fragrant. Looking good. Smells yummy. Much quicker when you have everything already prepared. That's when I really enjoy cooking, when I can just cook and everything, all the hard work's done. Okay, so next I'm going to put in the curry powder. You can also, as I said, you can change the flavors. You could use garam masala, you can use your favorite curry powder. This is just a general standard curry powder. You can also add chili if you like it spicy. So again, we'll just stir that until it's nice and fragrant for about 30 seconds or so. This is when it can start to burn, so you have to be ready with your other things that you want to put in. Okay, so now I'm going to put in sweet potato, which I've just chopped, peeled and chopped, and some chopped carrots. I love to use the whole vegetable, so today I'll show you how to make, I'm going to be mixing the coriander with, this is from the tops of the carrots, and I've saved it. I've just cut off some of the tough stems. Okay. That goes in now, and then I'm going to put in the lentils. I like to add a teaspoon of sugar. This is Rapadura sugar, or Vollrohrzucker in German. It's an unrefined sugar. It's made from sugarcane, and usually they juice the sugar first in its whole form, and then they dry it up, and it's not separated. So white sugar, usually the molasses, is separated through cooking, and this is the whole sugar product. So where possible, I always like to use whole food. So now we've got the sugar in there. I want it to caramelize a little bit, and that'll give it a lovely flavor. A little bit of salt. We can always taste later. See if we need more. I'm going to put on the water for the rice again. I've already preheated it. Good to get that cooking. Okay. Looking good. I'm now going to put in the coconut and tomato. I've got 1 tin of tomatoes. And a tin of coconut milk. Oh, it's nice and cool. Yeah, so it's nice and hot. It's already cooking. It's great. So we're going to put a little bit of water in. For about 200 grams of lentils, that's about a cup. I would start with about 500 grams of water with that 1 can of tomato and 1 can of coconut milk. So I'll put about that much in first. So you can always add more water at the end. Now we're going to bring it to the boil. I also like to use the rest of the tomato. That. Put that aside. So we'll bring that to the boil. A little bit of pepper. And then when that starts to simmer, we can turn it down to a simmer, and then we can move on to make the pesto and the rice. Okay. Okay, so while that's coming to the boil, I'm going to roll the limes. So if you have limes, to get the juice out, I find it really helps to roll them first. So this is going to be for taste at the end, to put in the dal, and also for the pesto that we're going to make. Nice and juicy, that's great. So if you want to come and pick up some food later, you'll get a mat to take, and you can go and have a picnic. You just bring that back afterwards. Okay. Get up at night. Okay, so that's now cooking nicely. I'm just going to turn it down a little bit, and we'll just leave that to cook for the time. Yeah, for about, check it after about 20 minutes or so. Okay, and that water's cooking nicely now. This is for the rice. So the water's boiling, and here I've got some brown basmati rice. It's one of the quickest cooking brown rices. It's not a long grain rice. It's basmati, which is a different type of rice. So medium, short, long grain, and basmati are the four main types of brown rice. And make sure that water's cooking well. When I put the rice in, it's probably going to stop. Okay. We want that a rolling boil, so I'm going to put the lid back on. Hopefully it doesn't overflow. Turn that down. Oh, that's good. All right. Okay. So now we can move on to make the pesto. Pumpkin seeds, and I've lightly toasted these in just in the pan on the stove, and it just brings out the flavour and makes them lovely toasty aroma for pesto. So I'm just gonna do this by feeling today. So I've just got some pepitas now for toasted pumpkin seeds. Here. You could also use other nuts. Cashew nuts are of course good, but they're not locally grown. And sunflower seeds would be good. Okay. And now I'm going to put the... I usually like to use the stalks as well, but you can... If I tend to cut some off, then I like to cut them small and put them in the pot with the dal. Also yummy. There, so I'm just going to roughly chop this. And as I said, we're using some greens from the carrots. These are just carrot tops. So they're great. They're really high in vitamin C and vitamin A and fibre. And yeah, if you don't have any parsley or anything on hand, you can always garnish things with carrot tops. They're a little bit tough, so I'm going to put those to the side. Sit there. We're going to blend all that up together. rolling boil now of the rice. Probably check the time, make sure I don't overcook it. Okay, so they're quite tough, so okay, and now some lime. It's going in the pesto as well. So you can do this by hand if you don't have a mixer at home. You can chop it very finely. You can grind the nuts or whack them in a tea towel with a rolling pin, and then chop everything up together. I forgot to roll the last one. Okay. Go wash my hands. Olive oil. And then I'm going to put in some, this is white miso or shiro miso. It's a fermented, usually white miso is made with rice, but this is made with soybeans and rice, so it's a mixture. I'm going to put a few tablespoons in there. It's nice salty, and also it adds a little bit of sweetness, funnily enough, but so some great probiotics, really good for your gut and your tummy. I might hold off on the salt for now because of the miso. Start to blend it. Could put maybe a little bit more olive oil. But otherwise, spoon. And then we can check the rice. So until the 16th of May, every day, as I said, somebody will be cooking and you can come and pick up food. All the food we're making is vegan. So until the 16th of May, you can go online and you can pre-order and come and pick up some lunch. It's all on a donation basis. So then you can come and pick up and get your picnic mat and enjoy in the park. Today the sun is shining. Yay! Okay, so that's done. I'm gonna blend that now. More pumpkin seeds. Making a real big mess. See how the rice is going. Needs just a little bit longer. if you're a fan of vegan and vegetarian food, I recommend you check out the Foodtopia or the Cultural Kitchen in Karlsruhe. Every day we cook seasonal and regional organic food, all vegetarian and vegan. So check that out if you haven't already. Dal's thickening up nicely. That's great. That's why we've got the lid off, so some of that water can evaporate, can cook down. That looks good. Try and see if it's ready. A little bit of sweet potato and some lentils. It's nearly ready. A few more minutes. And I'm gonna check the rice. That looks ready, so you can see how the hull of the rice is now breaking open a little bit. Okay. A few more minutes for both of those and then we're done. Then we can serve. Serving the dal with the pesto as well as the soya yogurt. That's what we could do. We could mix that. So also nice to clean. Some to drain the rice and then put it back in the pot and leave the lid on it just so it can finish cooking. So I'll go do that. Rest for a minute. Okay, I think we're ready to serve, so I'll get We've got dal with sweet potatoes and carrots, or red lentil curry, with coriander pesto, soya yogurt, and brown basmati rice.